Perfect.
Wait,
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today.
let me share it first.
And
It is not yet streamlined. Yes.
the Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So
um
tell me whenever you're ready.
okay. Oh, stop this stuff first.
Okay, for time being, we're waiting for it to be streamlined. So sorry.
Okay. Oh, what is this? What is it?
What did you say, Jacob? Oh, was that Nia? Nia, what's up? You good?
Mm,
I'm okay. How you doing?
Okay, thank you.
What's happening? Is there a complication or
Yeah, just 1 minute. There's some setting out there.
okay? Yarkan, how are you?
Connection time out. What is this? What is crazy? What is
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good.
okay? I think let's just start. Let's just start. Let me figure out what to do here. But let's just start because the
Okay, then share the orientation guide form. Thank you.
I need someone to be controlling because I will be setting up the live, so it will be hard for
How
me.
would someone control it? You shared it.
Let me send it to you, and then you share on the screen. Let me send it to you on through
Then
email.
share it on my email.
Yeah, at least better because I cannot be controlling the presentation and setting up the thing at the same time. It's challenging.
Got you.
Oh.
Okay, do you all see my screen?
Yeah,
Jacob?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we are seeing it.
All right, we'll be good to go. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for this orientation section. As we all know, we at ENA, education needs all, and for today we'll be having our sister Yar Kuol. Oops, gosh. So we'll be having our sister Yar Kuol heading the conversation. She's currently in Mexico. Yar, thank you so much for putting together all we'll be learning today from you. That's an awesome we can't wait to see what you have in this store for the entire group. And then Yen did not join yet, but hopefully he's on his way. He's currently in Kenya, Nairobi, and he will be the supervisor of today's section. Then myself, I'm a chair. I'll be moderating the section, so please feel free to just say whatever you want to say to me straight. Before we start the section, we definitely have some ground rules that guide us through the entire section of what we're doing. So first of all, make sure, because this is Zoom, and then you don't want to interrupt the speaker speaking, so make sure that you mute yourself. Mute yourself until it is your turn to talk. There are some arrows right there on Zoom where you can raise your hand. You can raise your hand, then definitely myself, I will be able to let you speak when it's time for you to speak. That's when you will unmute yourself and talk. And then once you talk, please make sure that you lower that raised hand, okay? And then, as always, let's try to be respectful. Don't try to interrupt the speaker or somebody when they're speaking. Make sure that you're respectful. Make sure that your question comes in a nice way, not in a rude way. And then, yeah, as I said, raise your hand or write down if you want. There is a chat button on Zoom. So please click that chat if you do not have time to talk. So make sure that you write down your question. I will make sure that I keep my eyes running from chat to the actual screen to see if there is somebody that raised their hands. And then listen and pay attention. Let's avoid getting back to a point where I'd be like, oh, I saw you say this. What did you mean by that? Yet, honestly, the speaker said it clearly. So please, if you are trying to engage in this section, make sure that you pay attention and you listen to whatever the speaker is saying. And then, as we all know, N is a diverse organization. That's mean we have a lot of people from different countries that actually don't know other languages of South Sudan. And even within South Sudan, we have 64 languages. So make sure that you only speak in English. That's the official language we're communicating in today. And then everyone should listen carefully to what our speakers will say of this moment. You dedicate your time, you came here to just come and listen to the speaker. So if you're not going to pay attention to the speaker, trust me, you would have wasted your time. So it's better to listen and actually grab, not just listening. Just make sure that you digest, you take in everything the speaker is saying. And if your network is poor, we know very well that sometimes network break, we're back home, we're using data, not Wi-Fi. So write down your questions, and if you need clarification, the speaker or myself or the supervisor is ready to clarify anything whenever you want to. But for now, that's all I have as a moderator. I would love to work hand in hand. I'm not favoring either the speaker or anyone. I would love if we keep it engaging and flowing. So for now, I will call forward our speaker, Yar Kuol. As I said, thank you so much for putting together all the presentation slides you will share with us today. And the time is yours. I think you have 30 minutes to present what you have for us. And after that, we'll be able to take up with questions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ajar, for the wonderful introduction. And thank you all for coming. If it's okay, I would like to close my video because I'm using my phone and I'm charging it. So it's better for me to close it for a while, and then later in the due process, I can switch it back on. So yeah, thank you all for coming. My name is Yar. I'm a South Sudanese living and studying in Mexico. I am currently studying Spanish as a language, and I'm on a quest to learn Spanish. So if you hear me in Mexico, don't directly affiliate me with anything. It's just studying and stuff like that. And yeah, today we are going to talk about what is holding you back from your dream scholarship. That title is really interesting because sometimes I feel like students or general as people, we always feel overwhelmed, or sometimes when we have applied so much, we lose track of the positivity. So this is one of the many series that we would engage in the months to come, hopefully to build a system of confidence and a system of application and all that. So yeah, I just want to say this. I've been having technical issues for some while, and so with the the slides and the presentation, I don't have it on PDF. I just write it down. So bear with me until I sort my stuff out. But for now, I'll just ask if you just listen and take notes at your end. And then hopefully when all this is done, I can send the presentation in PDF so that you can have it. But as of now, I'm just going to speak of what is in my notebook, and then we can link up there. So I'll try to take as minimal time as I can, because it's important for you guys to have your time. And also, if I am going to source maybe something different from the source, just have to understand that this is a human being speaking. It's not an AI, it's not a robot. So I'm bound to make like some technical errors. And if you feel like the technical errors aren't correct, please correct me in the chat. Please raise your hand and then I can correct my view. And this is honestly my personal perspective. It is not affiliated or aligned with any group of personnel. It's not aligned with any belief. It's not aligned with religion. It's just general knowledge. So I hope you get something from this. And always remember that the chat is open. Just interact me anytime if you like by raising your hand, and then I can stop and answer your question, or you can save it for later. So I feel that Ajay has already said. So yeah. Also, I just want to give a pardon to all of you right now. And also, Ajay, I feel like in the orientation she said that the official language of communication is English. If you hear me breaking character and maybe saying a word in Spanish, then I'm going to reverse because my mind now is auto-tune. Sometimes I say some English words because they're aligned with Spanish and Spanish pronunciation. So that I will beg for your forgiveness first, and then, yeah, let's start. So today's topic is Ajir, if you can just put up the topic discussion, that will be good. If you can put the slide with the information on the topic of today, that would be good, please.
Why do you want me to put it?
Just share your screen and the poster
Okay.
can just be on the screen as the theme.
Okay. Let me first do it.
It's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Okay, you can go ahead. Oh,
Yeah.
will I first share the picture?
Yes, please.
Okay. Bear with me, be patient.
Also, if I just remembered, if you hear noise, I'm living in a very central place, so you'll hear music or cars just passing. So bear with me at that end. So yeah, as Ajay is setting up the screen, I just want to start by saying by explaining that most of the time when we have a dream or when we have a vision, it's not necessarily fully formed. So at times we do have the not reality linked up in our head, and we feel like, okay, we need to live this reality. So in living that reality, we forget that dreams, yes, do come true, but it doesn't necessarily mean, thank you. Yes. It doesn't necessarily mean it comes in the same form as our imagination. So sometimes when we're applying for our dream scholarship, we always have everything lined up, that our visit to the school, our participation, maybe until where we have graduated. So everything is just systemized in our brains, and we are like, okay, we are going to apply for this scholarship, and I'm very sure I'm going to get it. Because one thing is with a dream, when you're really ambitious, you know that you're going to get it. But when we don't get that one, maybe you don't get in that college, you don't get accepted to that scholarship, you don't get accepted to that school, we set back and let fear control us. So my first point is the greatest barrier of a college application is the fear of rejection. So that is whenever you have your datas set forth, your certificates, your time, you have dedicated your time to it, and then you get rejected, you forget to realize that there are more scholarships that are almost similar to the one that you have applied and been rejected, or there are other scholarships that have better benefits than the one that you have applied. So at the end of the day, you black out because you feel you're not worthy enough to get that scholarship, or you have tried so much. I hear testimonies of people saying, I have 4 years applying for the same scholarship, but not realizing that maybe when you apply for it the last time, you'd be more equipped to get the chance. So you'll know your errors, you'll know your cons, and you'll know your pros. So don't let fear hold you back from applying just because you feel you're not worthy enough. The chances are you're going to get accepted maybe when you have been beaten out, when you least expect it. So that fear of rejection plays a big part. And also the other point is the uncertainty, because we just apply for scholarships. Sometimes me, I can attest, because some friends have applied and have gotten accepted, and you feel like, yeah, I have better marks than that friend, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have the same qualities. So the uncertainty plays in. You're like, okay, I'm uncertain that I'm going to get this scholarship because my friend got it and maybe they're better than me and stuff like that. So don't let that play in your head. Simply because you feel like you aren't worthy for that scholarship doesn't mean that you aren't. So don't let the uncertainty rule your judgment. So just apply. The best way of application is just throwing the application, throwing everything that you can, pulling all the stops, and not just applying. Because I stress this enough, because the thing is with scholarships, we have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who are applying to the same program. So you're competing with somebody who has prepped this from birth, who their parents have prepped their college from birth. So you have to give it all your best, because if you just let 1% of doubt fall in, then you're going to just get thrown out. And the scholarships, they're not looking for a liability, they're looking for a person who is going to make an impact and publish their name in the world. So that is another point. The greatest thing I feel all of us face is procrastination. And this is true because I am a victim, and I'm still dealing with procrastination problems. But we get overwhelmed by the application that we forget to look up the deadline. So you might be dreaming and you might be prepping everything until your graduation, even you're prepping your marriage and stuff like that, and you haven't checked the deadline. So you find you're fallen back maybe a day from when you initially thought that the deadline was. So please, procrastination plays a huge role in the college decision. Check your deadlines, write them down, submit early, so that you won't have the rush hour stress of I'm going to apply at 11:59, and then you realize my internet just went, my internet is not working, sorry. So you find that you get pulled out of the circle of maybe that court because you just didn't submit it on time. So be very cautious with your deadlines and make sure you jot everything down. And also, what is holding us back is the lack of guidance. I can't stress this enough, because the people who have gotten the scholarship before you, like my sister Ajer, my brother Yen, all of us here, not necessarily all of us, but there are some people who have the capability of guiding you through that era of your application. So you ought not to do it alone. If the scholarship is the scholarship or the program is foreign, you can seek online help. So with this generation, everything is plastered on the internet. So you can get people on Discord or on Instagram. Sometimes you get people everywhere who are posting their thoughts about the scholarship, and some people on YouTube also. Some people on YouTube also give guidance to that scholarship. So do your homework so that you can have it all clear, and if not, then be the guide and do your best so that you can offer guide to another person. So do your research and all will be well.
Who's that? Okay, hold the mail. Thank you.
Yeah, and the next point is you apply to the wrong college at the wrong time. That is also in link with the guidance and the procrastination, because most of us, I think, apply to colleges that maybe don't meet our qualities, if I may say. I know all of you are amazing people, but most of us, we apply to these big colleges when we know maybe we have not done our ACTs, we have not participated in extracurricular, so we're just applying for the fun of it. But the best thing to do when applying for a college, choose a college that you believe aligns with your value. Because if you are maybe strong on religion and you value the Christian way of going, this is just an example, I'm not saying that you should do that, you would be hurt, or you'll be cautious if you apply to a school that doesn't believe in your religion. So at the end of the day, you feel like entering that school, maybe you don't want to be changed and you're not going to change anyone. So we end up disappointed just because we thought, oh, we're going to enter this school, doesn't align with the values. Because remember, entering college and entering this chapter of your life is more of growth and more of like transforming your mind. So if a seed is planted in a bed of thorns, then the seed will not sprout in accordance to when it is planted on fertile land. That is in the Bible, but use this as a guidance. So if you feel like you need to go to college, consider, where am I going? Is that college going to align with my belief? Is it going to help me? Is it going to align with my career? Do they have alumni who are also dedicated to the work I'm doing? So be very cautious of applying to the college and at the wrong time, because most of the college, I know, I can attest from, maybe here in America, the applications of colleges don't go until, no, the how do you call it, the intake, yeah, the intake goes like August is like the time. I know there are January intakes, maybe there are July spring intakes, but August is always the intake that most of the colleges accept. And also the applications go a year before, like in November, December. They get released actually in October. So there you cannot apply for August intake in maybe July, no, June. Because maybe there are some universities which are, you can enter, but sometimes it's always self-sponsored. So be very cautious of the time that you're applying. And then my next point is yes, by applying to the next college, the next university you're entering, you should shape your perspective and your expectation and introduce common sense. This is not harsh on anyone, but it's not that good either. So as I said, in alignment to which college you're applying to and your belief system, you should really, when applying to colleges, you should eliminate the fact that you feel you have better marks than others, you have better extracurricular than others. So you should introduce that by allowing everything around you to be neutral. Take for example, if you put maybe in the gender, if they ask you what gender are you, and then your emotions get the best of you, and maybe you're a male and you just accidentally hit female, that slight accident will seem like it's just nothing, but it's going to change the whole trajectory of like your college application. So by that, just introduce perspective by allowing everything to sink in and carefully place your data, because even the slightest of mistake, gender, be it marital status, be it direction, be it your CV, your curriculum vitae, it's going to affect you gravely. So by that, please introduce the knowledge of proof checking your application before submitting it, because a dream is not a dream until it leaves the harbor. So until you start your process, maybe you're going to fall into another metaverse where your college application is feminine and you're masculine. So you see, all that time would be wasted on just the small and slightest. I've had people getting rejected for the slightest thing on the application. So just be cautious on that, and make sure everything overrules. The last stuff I wrote it down, but yes, over why am I not getting this word? But extremism also is a part that really hinders our college application. So that is like when you are pulling the stops, you would your mind would automatically go on auto, and you feel like this application or that I'm not just talking about the college, it's also about the job and the spectrum of your life. You feel like you need to overreact when you get that reaction, when you get that how did not reaction, when you get the results, sorry. So sometimes with this college application, the first college you apply to rejects you, and you feel like you need to let that determine your next application. So the mentality to go about is that it takes a drop of water. It doesn't take a drop of it doesn't take a drop of water to fill a cup. It takes many collective drops. So the thing is, when you get these rejections or when you get this acceptance, sit down. Do not overreact. Ask yourself, this rejection, what am I going to do better? And with this acceptance, how am I going to live up to my application? So that is also another factor that plays in the blockage of our dream scholarship and our dream school. And also, I will never stop stressing this enough. Do your research so that you would not reach the point where you have that self-doubt, because as humans we all have self-doubt. I have self-doubts every morning when I wake up. I'm like, what am I doing with my life and stuff like that. But no, that is not the factor that we need to play as our motto. As our mantra, we need to introduce positivity. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but yeah, we need to introduce positivity. We need to introduce the art of being persistent, because I kid you not, there are people who are like this amazing. I'm not going to motivational speaking, but there are these people who are amazing at their craft, and we ask ourselves, what is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? But the fact is, you're not doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. Your time, you're putting the wrong energy into the wrong stuff. So ask and you shall get. So yeah, that is my end, and I am open to questions and comments, because this is the start of, I said, the many series that we're going to do to help students as an organization, the ENA, to help students realize their potential. So this is, as you call it, master classes on just life in general and the sector of education. So yeah, thank you so much for the time. And remember, I'm not speaking because I am smarter than anyone. I am not even speaking because I have experience. I'm speaking because these are the topics that we need to brainstorm, and I'm very open to learn and grow. So don't take this from maybe what is this girl telling me, and she's in Mexico. That's not the point. I have applied to countless scholarships, and I feel like I'm not a master yet, but we're in line. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for your time. I'm ready for questions, comments, and let's share. Anything I have missed, I will add it. And I'm really sorry for my technical issues. I'm going to put it on PDF. And yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yar, for that. That was such an insightful section, and I feel like everyone should actually have those skills and be aware of what they're doing. For now, I will stop sharing the screen just to make sure that I see the hands of people who wants to ask some questions, and then at the same time, before Before I introduce to you all that Jacob Yen will be the supervisor, for now we have Solomon Jalang. Sorry for that. I did not know, but I knew it in the process. So Jalang will be here to help us supervise the sections and also help Yara and I in like facilitating it. So we all had what Yar said. First of all, personally, I have all the experiences that I've been through with applying to colleges or even not colleges, generally all aspect of life. I feel like the biggest thing one should have is to have a goal, why you're doing what you're doing and how will you achieve it and when. So all those kind of like the 5 W's, you need to implement them in your life. And then when it comes to academics, specifically applying to scholarships, it's not just an easy thing that one should just get up from a sleep and be like, I'm applying to Harvard. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to have like a well-structured plan and even considering why you are applying to that and what is required out of you to be an outstanding student while applying. I know some people really have like big dreams of like, I want to be Harvard student, I want to be Yale, I want to be Princeton, and all those kind of like well-known schools. Do you see yourself as Harvard material? That's the thing. And when you ask such questions, you definitely have to go back to your academics. What's the acceptance rates of Harvard or other schools? Is it 1%? 1% is very competitive, really very competitive. You have to get all the straight A's. Are you sure that you have the straight A's? If no, then now go ahead and do the research of schools that can accept your grades that you have. And that's why the point of research came in. Research doesn't only help you in getting to know the acceptance rates of a certain school. Research also help to inform you about the financial aid, because I know none of us here is like financially off, I mean well off to be like, I can apply to any school as long I get in, then definitely I can join despite all other obstacles. We're still struggling, we're still figuring things out. So if so, and that's why we're actually looking for scholarships that can help us pay for our universities. So if you get the financial aid, is it really like a school that admit international students and also give them financial aid. That's another thing. Like my school doesn't really give international students financial aid. So you have to be like a scholar of a certain scholarship within the university. So all those go from hand in hand, and no one would tell you. You can't just come and tell one of ENA staff that I need your help applying. We would want to see really, did you do your research enough to make sure that you're applying to a school that you know you want to go there? And then two, research doesn't only help with the financial aid, but even the environment. There's some states, some countries that are really very cold, who are coming from a very hot environment. Are you capable of making it through that cold weather? The people, the religion, the food, the environment itself. Is it a good environment for you to survive? The classroom, the classes that go beyond 500 students, do you survive in large classroom or do you survive in small classroom? So all those sort of things, no one will actually tell you these are the things you're going to experience. But once you dedicate your time to really doing research and getting to know things that you want to know before considering that school, and even having like a list of schools that you're considering, that can really help a lot. And then two, Yar actually said it before, that essays, your stories, because the admission officers don't know who you are in person. Really, they don't. So your stories, your essays speak on your behalf. The more you portray, you draw that image of yourself to admission officers. That's when they'll be like, yeah, this is an interesting character and we want to know who they are. So for that sense, it's very good to not rush your process. You have to take at least 2 to 3 months polishing your essay, your personal essay specifically, to make sure that you portray that image, the real authentic self, in an essay. And then extracurricular activities, everything counts. Just making sure that you get involved, making sure that you do the little things that count and can actually help elevate your application and make it stronger enough. Thank you so much, Yar, for touching all those basic stuff. I feel like these are things we need to know while actually like applying to colleges, because I know we're all eager to learn, we're all eager to get the opportunities that can help us make our dreams come true. But if we don't even know where to start and how to start and when to start, these are the points where we find ourselves being really like concentrating in one place, and you end up thinking that it's that school that is rejecting you, but you never thought about your actions or things you do before applying to get there. So if we actually get time to really like construct structure whatever we want to involve ourselves in, you will definitely see success coming along your way. And for now, I will allow people to ask questions to Sister Yar, or like some of us right here, and we'll be more than happy to answer if we have answers for it. So feel free to raise your hands, feel free to use the chat, and then I will make sure that I let you all talk. I see Jeremiah Luet. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you so much, Ajar and Yor, for the wonderful presentations. I hope you guys are hearing me.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Actually, according to what I heard from Yar and you, Ajar, it's like kind of mixed. I means like the questions and the comment. I just want to know, should we allow the comment first or questions?
For now, I think we should allow the questions and then come to the comment after. Just to
That's
run
great.
it through really quick.
That's great because the information was all about the questions and the comments, and that's why I was just asking to know if anyone has a comment or a question, then we should know which one comes first and which one should come after the other one. Thank you so much. I was having a comment, but I will allow you guys to, allow those people who are having questions. I'll come later. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you. We'll run back to you afterwards. I mean, we're open to questions for now, and if you have a comment, reserve it for like next 5 minutes. You will definitely go ahead.
Can you also check the social media
We don't have questions in the chat.
on Facebook or
Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
yes, the Jacob I think was on Facebook. If there are any viewers from that end who have any questions, it would also be helpful. It's okay. The thing is, the theme is just general. If you feel like something has been mistrust or misinterpreted, you have the right to raise your hand and ask, okay, can you clarify this point? And would be more than happy to do it. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have specific questions on specific stuff, just general, and then we can see if we can answer them in the same line. So yeah.
Take your time and please be mindful that. Okay, Lazarus, thought. You can mute yourself and talk. Thank you.
Oh. Margaret, are you getting me?
I mean, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My question is direct to all of you because who are at least acquainted with all the steps of the applications. Okay, what if you are admitted to one of the universities and you are told that you at least you pay the deposit before the acceptance is made official? Now on that way, what do you do? At least do we pay the deposit? Because sometimes the deposit may be $500, and you know the crisis in South Sudan. If you are told to pay $500 and there's no assurance later on, the thing may be denied. Then what do we do there? This is my question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. I think it has much to do with your research because most of the colleges do have fee waivers, and I don't think there is any okay, there are many scammers out there, so be wary. No application fee can cost like $500. It doesn't make sense, and you're not allowed to have to deposit amount if you are not admitted. So what I would recommend is to do more of your research, because yes, there are some colleges who do not have who don't yes, who do not have fee waivers. So you're going to pay like $60 to $100 if it's many. I don't think it can go over that. So beyond that, do not send money to anyone to tell you, I'm going to give you this chance, because that is where the predators prey. Somebody will play with your emotions and be like, maybe you're applying to, or share the link. I think it's been stressed enough in the group. You'll find a scholarship that is like, please share this link if you want to get this scholarship. There is no scholarship that would do that. So do your research, and there is always an option of fee waiver in the college. Yeah, I guess I know the college board.
Okay, sorry for not putting it clearly, but what if you are admitted and you are told now to deposit the money?
Then
deposit.
that is going to be self-funded, because what we are looking for now is as Ajer said, is the financial uplift of not having to pay for the school fees. So I feel like most of the time when you're asked to deposit, it's not a fully funded scholarship.
Okay, thank you.
So just I can't emphasize this enough. Please do your research, and please do not deposit or do not give your money to some source that seems strange, because remember also in the college website they have everyone who is reaching, maybe the communications officer, they have their name and they have like the legit websites. You can look that up before taking the next step, but please do not deposit anything that you are sure maybe you're not going to pay. Ask them, is it a full ride scholarship? If not, then if you can manage, well and good. If you cannot, just defy it and keep looking. I hope your question has been answered.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Just to cut you all short, I saw Ball raise his hand. We're only left with 6 minutes to end this section, which is sad. But I think we can give 10 minutes more to make sure, because we started 4 minutes late. So for now, I would, Ball, if you could ask your question in just 30 seconds, and Yar, like, we'll try to keep answers short. For Lazarus, please don't pay any money if you're not admitted. Two, I think most universities would not wish to have your money before like the entire process go on. It's only the application fee that you have to pay, but the universities that you can waive it. So Ball, go ahead and yeah, we'll let other people comment, and we'll welcome Solomon Jalang to say a word of
All right. Thank you so much for being here today. It has been a long time to me to join the meetings for BNA. My question goes to you. There is some of the scholarship, like the scholarship that being fostered by Mastercard Foundation that goes to South Africa, especially Western Cape universities and Pretoria. So from there, they do tell you that you must pay money, and those money they are going to be monitored by the monitoring board. So is it crucial for you to pay money before you succeeded, or you just pay before after?
To make it clear, did they indicate in the application form that you first need to pay money before applying?
Yeah, they do say so.
Okay.
And they think that they are not refundable.
Okay,
Some
for now
people
we're not sure about that Mastercard application to Pretoria. So okay, deng, I saw your hand, but we'll do more research on it, and definitely we use the WhatsApp group to give you more feedback on it. So deng, if you have an answer to it, please go ahead and make it short.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ajar. Thank you, Ball, for the question. I think the money that they need there is not like it's like it's for application it's not for application, but it's for admission. So like Pretoria and West University of West, so they need admission, but at some point what they want, they need you to translate your certificate to South African system. So that's the one that actually needs money, because for the admission sometimes they can waive, and some of them they don't require admission. So when they say you need money, I think it's not the university or the Mastercard, the Mastercard Foundation, they need money. So application to Mastercard Foundation is free, so you don't need to pay anything. So what they need is the changing of the certificate of maybe from South Sudan or from where you did your exam, your final exam, maybe to South African system. So that one is a must. You must change your certificate. Without that certificate, you cannot be admitted. So that's what they wanted. So it's a must. So if you get that, you either connect with someone in South Africa, or you follow the process on how you can translate your certificate and send that money. But it's not too much actually. Yeah.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Jacob Dengs. This is the only thing that I need from you to get a clarification from the group today. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank
We'll
you
see
so
you.
much, Bol, for that question. I hope it's clear. Um, Lueth, you can talk for like less than a minute, and then Solomon Jalang, you can go ahead before we conclude.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for the wonderful comments. Yar and Ajar gave brief details about the things that we are doing here. Mine is just a small thing, and I do appreciate this session because it adds some values to our way of doing our scholarship application. What I just want to say is, we face a lot of challenges when we are applying, and when we get the result may be disappointing, and this may irritate us. It happens several times to my friends when I was in South Sudan. Maybe in different situations, not even scholarship, but this one also it can relate to what is happening to students who are applying to get their, dream careers. Basically, when somebody tries something and that one he has put or she has put all our efforts or his efforts to that one. Later, when the result comes out negatively, and the person is going to be, bitterly disappointed. I know these are the things that we should, encounter as human being, because we do some of the things and the opportunities, they are limited. They are not even, enough to to accommodate all the people, all the students applying. So you may be unlucky at that particular time, and you may not get the scholarship. And clearly, we should have to change our mindset. We should have a very good mindset. As we know, we have two type of mindset. We have a fixed type. That type of mindset, the mindset is fixed. Whichever, like you face some challenges, you may say, "Me, I'm not capable of doing this one. I tried it, put all the efforts, and I did not get the good result, and therefore I am going to hesitate, and I will not do this one again because I am not able to do it." That is a fixed mindset. And we have another mindset that is very good for all of us. Whenever we face some thought of a result which is negative when we are applying, we have a growth mindset that allows every change. Whenever you fail, you need to, get up and try again, because there is nobody who is perfect of doing it. It is the opportunity that has not come, but you have to look for that opportunity. You have to try your best and make sure that that mindset, that heart changes in you, has to be incorporated and work out everything, because we could not just pick our mindset whenever something happens like this one. We need not to make a rebound and do it to get a clear, successful way. This is what I just wanted to say. As a student, we are facing a lot of challenges. I myself, I just face a lot of challenges. I failed in several scholarship, but I developed my, my habit of applying every time, though rejected in some of the cases. So thank you so much for attending this session today, and I hope it will be helpful to you. And I appreciate the ENA staff, those who came today and give the insightful, notions concerning this. Thank you so much, and have a great day, sir.
Thank you so much, Lueth, for that insight. Solomon Jalang, if you could give a word.
Okay.
Closer.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Yar. Thank you, Maggie, for the beautiful moderation, and Yar for the insightful presentation. I will be a little bit brief because I look at, in respect of the time and also the participant here, most of them are the staffs and there are few applicants. My words are going to be precisely brief. For those undergraduate, South Sudanese particularly, I have one strong advice. There's one component of scholarship application, particularly for scholarships that we underrate, and that is the part to do with co-curricular activities. These days, anyway, people are not really focusing on your grades only. You are not defined on the basis of your grades. So if there are other activities that you have done, maybe when you are at school, when you're in the community, please incorporate those things into your CV. Try to capture them, and also the motivation later that you write, because you are telling yourself, we are telling your story. Make sure that those things are incorporated, and do not rely only that, okay, I have good grades, I'm maybe from a good high school. The admission officers are not going to look at that primarily. They will also come, try to look you beyond your classroom. What have you done beyond that? And then one last final thing, the scholarship. I mean, scholarship hunt is a journey of discovery, but the most important discipline in it is consistency. Try today, fail, but that's not the end of the road for you. I have a mentor who always tell me that, if you fail a scholarship opportunity, that does not define you as an applicant, but it's that the opportunities. Cheche. Okay, sorry for that interruption. So, I mean, your scholarship application does not define you as a person. It's not the end of the road for you. But if you take it as a challenge, you failing does not mean you are not a good human being. For example, you do not qualify academically, no, but opportunities might be limited. So try elsewhere and learn from your past experience. Don't look at it as a journey of only regret. Well, I failed, these people do not want me, probably I don't qualified enough. No, that's not the ethic to embrace. Try to inject a positivity. I have an opportunity and I'll get it done. So I'm seeing that there are only few maybe candidate who are here. Keep engaging with Anna, keep embarrassing possibility, try to learn from people, reach out and get support where necessary. Thank you, Maggie, for the opportunity, and to the rest of Anna staff for turning in.
Okay, thank you so much, Solomon, for those insights. Those were really needed. We have 4 minutes left. I would give chance to other NI staff to say a word. And to everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
And one quick one, Maggie. I think there are 2 questions from Peter Dor. Can we maybe spare some time to take them home? Is that possible?
Are they in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. If I am seeing it clearly, the thing with the ICCR scholarship, it's more government based. So sometimes there are many applications that the government or the person responsible for sending out the notifications would not send, but if not, then it's automatic rejection. And also, yes, it's true. South Sudan certificate is not that how do you call? It's not that well recognized, and I feel like there are some scholarships even don't have the option of South. No, there are some schools that don't have the option of like South Sudanese certificate. So as Jacob said earlier, if you can translate it to the country, if there is an option of converting your certificate maybe to the university, that's the option. And yeah, I feel that's the best way, because the system of South Sudan, so to say, it's not, people don't recognize it, but it's a good system. So with time, hopefully,
Hello,
everything.
just let me.
Yes.
Continue here.
I'm done. And yeah, with the issue of Kenyan application, me too. I was advised to convert my certificate to Kenya, but it's always, sometimes it's when you have been accepted, then you have the option of converting, or it will say in the university, you need to convert your certificate to this. So there is always an option for that.
I think concerning this one, I think basically I had such many websites that have this one scholarships. I don't find South Sudan, but it's not because of the certificate is not recognized, but it's maybe the location. Let me say, South Sudan is not recognized in that university. It's not the system that is not recognized. Basically, they don't work in that level of universities. They work in that level of the country. If the country maybe has issues, maybe with that country, they cannot, like, include that country in the system. That is how it works. Like in Australia, I got some scholarship, but they did not include South Sudan due to some of the problem, not because of the certificates. This is the thing that I want you to know. Also, ICCR doesn't, reject you because of your certificate or what. It's because of how you have applied, how you have done your application, whether you have done it well or not. Then the ICCR will not give you a provisional certificate. This is the thing that I can say. A lot of people, they are not, you know, they are not admitted or they are not given provisional certificate due to some issues. It doesn't matter whether you have 90% or what. Sometimes if there is no university that has admitted you, ICCR will not admit you because the university will admit you, and then ICCR will go further to see who is admitted and then give provisional certificate. According to the criteria, if you fulfill all the criteria, then ICCR will admit you, but not because maybe your certificate is low, South Sudan certificate is not recognized. And then we see a lot of students from South Sudan, they are going abroad. So what is the point there? The point is not because that South Sudan certificate is not recognized, but it depends on the country, whether your country is recognized in that place. Like I said, some of the scholarship, they don't recognize some of the countries.
Okay, thank you so much, Lueth, for that. Please, we're out of time, but I'm seeing Nia. Please make it 30 seconds. Promise. 30 seconds.
Maggie,
Yeah.
if I can take that on, because there is an important aspect that we're living for this guy. So maybe I'll take a pattern from Yal.
Okay,
Just on
could
the
we
question.
please try to answer some in the group later?
I mean, this might take a long time to.
Okay,
That's
okay.
probably that. Okay.
Okay, 1 minute for both of you.
Okay, Peter Dora, mine is going to be specific. For ICCR, the trick is simple. If you want better chances because they work on admission, please apply early, especially in the first, second week. I've worked with people on that, and it works. For South Africa, it's not about South Sudan certificate being either standard or not, but they have an equation system. This is something that is done by Rwanda as well. So you just send in the certificate you have, and they will equate it. So for South Africa, try to get somebody who will pay that fee. And then there is a system. I worked with somebody last year and it worked as well. So just send the certificate, they will equate it to the necessary grade in South Africa, and then you'll be good to go. So you do not really need to change your certificate maybe to Kenya standard for you to meet that. Just send what you have. South Sudan certificate of secondary education. There is a system. Make sure that the fee is paid, and it would go on automatically. So that's what I can advise for Elijah Majak, just precisely, it depends on the scholarships that are available. And courses like aviation, most cases are not covered by most scholarships. But if you are lucky enough to get one program that's covering that, best of luck. Thank you.
Okay, Niall, 30 seconds, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Marky, and the rest of the people who have joined today's meeting. I would like to appreciate you all for sacrificing your time, and it is not much of a sacrifice because I hope we have learned one or two things from this meeting. What I would like to add is, yes, South Sudan in most of the systems of universities, when you are applying to a university directly, that is when the scholarship is university based, like a scholarship given by the university. In the system, you might not find South Sudan, which is unfortunately true because in most systems in the world, South Sudan is not yet recognized. Some people are not yet informed that Sudan is now two countries, of which sometimes, unfortunately, we don't find South Sudan. And in most cases, it's advisable to choose Sudan when you don't find South Sudan. Then you present your South Sudan documents. If in case they ask you why are your documents written South Sudan, you will now get a chance to explain yourself. And if they don't understand you, then scholarship is not all about you apply and you get it. You may apply and you get rejected. So what you need to do, you need to prepare yourself and answer every question that might come. If South Sudan is not in the system and there are already South Sudanese students in that school or under that scholarship, or you need to choose Sudan. That's what I want to add. And Margie, thank you for the well moderation you have done. To Yar Kuol also for her presentation. This was basically a closing remark, though I have answered some questions. So thank you so much, Margie. I hope right now I'll give you back the ball, and I hope it's the last. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have come to the end of this section for whoever participated, who joined, and whoever gave the insightful information we really appreciate. And please make sure that we keep engaging all the time, because through these sections, this is where Anna deliver their message and also hoping for other people to apply it. So make sure that if you have friends who are looking for a scholarship, or even not scholarship, but just wanting to get some insightful information about life in general, don't hesitate to reach them out, and don't also hesitate to join the sections whenever it's advertised. So we're here for you, and we can deliver our message as Anna if we don't have participants that participate in it. So thank you all, and I will end this section from here. Bye.
Sorry, people are already leaving. For those who just joined early, I just want to make a summary of the presentation because I know we're back on time. And today we're speaking about the barriers of the college application. What is holding you back from applying from the dream colleges? The points that we covered were the fear, uncertainty, procrastination, lack of guidance, applying to the wrong college at the wrong time, overreaction, and shaping perspective and introducing common sense. So those were the main points if you're just joining in. We look forward to seeing you next week on Saturday, where we'll be covering another topic. Thank you to the participants. Thank you to Ajer for moderating the event. Thank you to Jacob for also putting the on record for making it live. And to all those who have participated, the group is also open. If you have questions, one of my colleagues will reach out and respond. So have an amazing Saturday and see you hopefully next Saturday. Bye.
Shout out to Yar for all this. We won't be here if not her. So yeah.
Thank you. Have an amazing day. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.